With a healthy Zion Williamson, the New Orleans Pelicans were supposed to be must-watch TV.
Manny, look at this Pelican flag. Come on, Pelican.
There's a reason the NBA wanted Zion's Pels on national TV down the stretch last season, with some league observers even suggesting that the 2020 play-in spot was designed with New Orleans in mind, as a way to nudge the team into the playoffs. Less than a year later, there are now 2 play-in spots, meaning 2/3 of the league will have a chance to make the playoffs when the regular season ends. And the Pelicans still aren't in position to be one of them. Zion's numbers look great, as through a month of the season, he was averaging roughly 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal on 59% shooting. Pretty damn good for a 20-year-old sophomore with less than 50 games of NBA experience under his belt. But an already bad Pelicans team plays a hell of a lot worse with their star big man on the court. So what the hell's going on in the Big Easy? Here's how Zion and the Pelicans are wasting another year of development. For one, Zion's been a dumpster fire on the defensive end, where his effort can be downright embarrassing at times, especially for a guy with his athletic gifts.
They lost the big man.
Youth and inexperience can be an excuse for a lack of defensive IQ. It can't be an excuse for a lack of effort. And that lackluster effort carries over to the boards, where though he can jump out of the building, Zion either mistimes his jumps, half-asses his box outs, or just finds himself out of position for the rebound. 7 or 8 rebounds per game doesn't sound terrible, but consider that according to Cleaning the Glass, Williamson's in the 14th percentile among power forwards when it comes to defensive rebounding. A lot of people want to see the Pelicans roll with Zion at the 5 to fully unleash his and the team's offensive potential. But good luck surviving like that when Zion's defending like he currently is, and when opponents are grabbing half of their own misses. In the most frequently used lineup with Zion at center this season, the Pelicans are only rebounding 50% of opponents' misses. All right, enough Zion bashing for now. He's young, and if he stays healthy, his time will inevitably come. It's also up to the Pelicans to put him in the best position to succeed, and you can't say they've done that so far. While Zion becoming a better defender, a more reliable rebounder, or even just an average shooter would help the Pelicans open up more small ball possibilities to unlock their offense, the team's also not doing Williamson or Brandon Ingram any favors on that end of the court right now. With all 3 of Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe, and Lonzo Ball starting beside them, there's just no space for Zion or Ingram to operate. I mean, just look at this example of how defenses can load up on and cut off Ingram without any shooting threats around him. JJ Redick may not be shooting like JJ Redick right now, but he's still respected and feared by opponents. Get Redick and Jackson Hayes in there for Adams and one of Ball or Bledsoe more often. Turn the Pelicans loose as a pace and space team, with either of Zion, Ingram, or one of Ball or Bledsoe leading the break, while the other of Ball or Bledsoe can lead the bench. But something's gotta give.
I am a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
It's one thing if the cramped offense was a trade-off for a great defense, but the Pels' bottom 10D clearly isn't getting the job done. So what are we doing here? Nothing captures New Orleans' flawed roster construction quite like the team's stunning 3-point discrepancy. Consider that last season, the biggest negative discrepancy in 3-point attempts per game belonged to the Spurs, at -6.6. A month into this season, the 2021 Pelicans were giving up 6 more 3-point makes per game, let alone takes, where they give up 12 more than they attempt. That is literally unprecedented.
Wow, you couldn't make this stuff up.
The last time the team that gave up the most 3-point attempts also ranked in the bottom 3 in 3-point attempts themselves was the 92-93 Jazz. That's a math problem that will sink you in the modern NBA. In any NBA, really. Hell, that kind of warped math will sink you in a pickup game on any court in the world. It's not like Stan Van Gundy is some archaic coach either. He's just playing the cards he was dealt. The guy was ahead of his time when he deployed a futuristic 4-out offense around Dwight Howard in Orlando. Zion's obviously not the defensive force Howard was, but he's a more dynamic offensive talent and just as dominant a finisher inside. The Pelicans should have been hunting for a 3-and-D center to put him beside in a 4-out system. Instead, the Pelicans acquired Steven Adams in the same 14 deal that landed them Bledsoe and a boatload of first-round picks. shipping out Drew Holiday, a bunch of filler, and a couple second rounders in the process. Bringing Adams in as a veteran stopgap to defend and rebound beside Zion wasn't the worst idea in the world. But did the Pelicans really have to extend the non-shooting big man through 2023 before Adams had even played a game for them? With Ingram locked up through 2025, and Williamson only in the second year of his rookie scale contract, the sky's obviously not falling on New Orleans. The Pelicans have two foundational pieces under team control long term. Some intriguing youngsters like Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Kira Lewis, plus a ton of draft capital to dangle in trade talks. A lot of franchises would kill for those possibilities. Most take years in search of that. But assuming things will just magically fall into place for a team with young talent is a dangerous game. It gets late early, as the Pelicans themselves are finding out this season, with reports already circulating that the team is shopping Ball and Redick. Whether it's shipping out one of those guards or a more unforeseeable move, New Orleans needs to be hunting for 3-and-D players who can run with Zion and Ingram. Only a couple years removed from Anthony Davis forcing his way out of town, after the Pelicans failed to build a consistent winner around a generational big man, the team's next move needs to be the right one when it comes to complementing Zion Williamson.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.